Alright, HadesOmega here. We're riding the Impulse again, so it's gonna I know it. Whoa boy, this bike is a lot narrower than that bike, that's for sure. I'll tell you this, you know, where the SRF has this bike licked is it's freaking the seat, man. The seat is horrible on the Impulse, man. That seat is comfortable. Now I know I didn't ride it for a whole long time, but you know, I'd imagine, you know, if I did, it's a whole lot of comfortable. Yeah, the Impulse just feels, it just feels narrower. It feels narrower compared to that bike. That bike definitely had more power than this bike, dude. It's just like, you just twist it and boom, like, whoa, we're already going. You know, it was easy to control too. The throttle was really smooth, but okay, so yeah, the reason I was making this video, this little clip at the end, is I wanted to say, oh, okay, yeah. So like, if you compare the SR to the SRF, it's kind of like a no-brainer, dude. The SR is already like $16,000. Okay, it's already a pretty expensive bike. Only like $2,000 more, you can have an SRF, and it's already got an onboard charger. You already win. You got the charge tank already with it. You have to add the charge tank to the SR. You know, my thought. I know there's no reason to buy SR. You know, there's no reason. It pretty much killed their other bike with it. You know, but yeah, it is more expensive. But if you take the SR and you add the charge tank or the power tank to it, and here we go. Yeah, you take the charge tank and the power tank, or you can only put one. So you're adding already like $2,000, $3,000 to the bike. It pretty much costs the same as the SRF already, you know. And the SRF has like better components, it's a bigger bike. Yeah, if you get the premium model, yeah, you have to pay more to get the cruise control and all that. But you get the I think you get the rapid charger with it too. In my opinion, if you're willing to, I know, in my opinion, I think if you just got the standard SRF, it's a better value than the SR, if you bought with the SR with the charge tank. Having the ability to charge at charging stations is good, man. I mean, not everybody's gonna need it, you know, but I like it. I like having that ability. Like, oh well, you know, I don't think we're gonna make it home. But I can charge the bike, you know, so we can make it home, you know. I have a Sauron Lightbeat, and that doesn't have any kind of onboard charging on it, none at all. So once that thing is out of juice, that's it. You're pushing, you know. You can't push it to a charging station, which I have done with this bike. It's no fun. You can't push it to a charging station and charge it, you know, and then hopefully go home. And then that has the 6 kilowatt charger already on it. So man, what are these guys doing, dude? It's got the 6 kilowatt charger on it, and you can charge double the speed of the Impulse already, you know. That's good, man. It's pretty much a fast charger on there already, man. Yeah, maybe it's not as good as a level 3 charger, but the level 2 chargers are more plentiful than level 3 chargers. I'm gonna tell you that now. So that's the good thing about it. So that's my opinion on the SR and SR. But to tell you the truth, I wouldn't mind having an SR. I think it's a great bike, you know. I wound up getting this one because I got this one for a good deal. But the more I ride it, the more I like this bike. So, but yeah, that's how it stacks up to the SR in my opinion. I think if you bought the SRF, it's like you're buying an SR with, like, you know, one of the accessories, you know. It's better. It would be just better to get the SRF. It's like a newer bike, you know. It's got a fancy dash. It's got super bike components, you know. Yeah, it's really nice. And another thing about the Impulse, it's not good for tucking, man. It's a small bike. The SRF, actually, I said I thought it felt big, you know. It does feel big when you sit on it, and I was a little like put off by that at first. But when I read it, it fit me just right, man. It's just right. I feel that the Impulse is a little bit too small for me. That SRF was just the right size for me, man. So, and it's got a pretty low seat height. You know, most riders will be able to ride it, you know. And you can get different seating options and stuff. And I like that it had the trunk and everything. Yeah, that's one of the things I complain about on the Impulse. There's no storage on it at all. That's why I put one of those trunks on it, you know. And yeah, so. But yeah, you know, could you do a street touring on that? Yeah, you probably could. It's got the 6 kilowatt charger. If you buy that option, you could probably do street touring with it. You buy that, and you buy the power tank, you get more range, and then faster charging. It'll be a heavier bike, you know, but buy like a windscreen on it, to get some better wind protection. Put maybe like a trunk and some saddlebags on it. Yeah, dude, you could totally take that thing on a street touring adventure, dude. And you just gotta be mindful of where you can charge, you know. But yeah, it's gonna take a while to charge though, so. It's not going to be like a gasoline bike where you can just pull over and just put gas in it for like 5 minutes and then be on your way, you know. So alright. So yeah, that was my demo ride of the Zero SRF, and I really enjoyed it, man. Would I buy that bike? Yeah, I would buy that bike. I would buy that bike. I'm not gonna lie, it's pricey, dude. But it costs about, let's say they were still selling, Victory was still selling this Impulse, if they were still selling, this sold for $20,000. About the same price as that SRF. In fact, it's more expensive than that SRF. The base model is $19,000. So, yeah. So if I had to choose between the Impulse and the SRF, man, hands down SRF. I would, you know, I would totally, you know. Now, the big question is, how does it stack up against the Energica, you know? I've ridden the Energica Eva. I've read the Energica Eva, and that thing is a legit super bike, man. It's super fast, dude. Oops, forgot to shift, man. And it, you know, it's pretty much like the same bike, you know? It's got super bike components. It's got a lot of power. It's got 140 foot-pounds of torque and 110 horsepower. It'll go, man. Will it be able to keep up with like a R1 or something? I don't know. I couldn't tell you that, dude. The R1's a pretty fast bike. First gear. Okay. What else? Oh, but we're comparing it to the Energica. Yeah, you know, Energica has a chain. I think I would rather have a chain, you know. But as maintenance go, the belt is, you know, if you didn't care about, if you didn't have to do much maintenance with the chain, you know, with the belt is all I want to say. That's one nice thing. It's quieter than the Energica, I know that. Operating system on it, I like the Energica better. It's pretty much the same. The joystick is almost exactly the same. It's got this little left and right paddle and a toggle button in the center. Somebody's trying to call me, sorry. I'm not going to take it. What else? Yeah, it's got this little toggle button. It's the exact same, and you can confuse the mode button with the freaking with the turn signal. It's same story, man, between the both bikes. But I liked the Energica operating system better. It seemed faster. The Zero one was kind of laggy, you know. And yeah, I was really impressed with how good the operating system is on that Energica. You know, I really liked it. And you can change the power and regen. You can change power and regen on the fly, right away. I like that. Zero, you gotta hold the button down and then let it blink, and then select the one you want, and then let off the throttle. It takes time, dude. It's and I know it's a safety thing. That's why they have that, you know. I applaud Zero for trying to be safe, but I like the Energica better. You know, you set it the way we want it right away. You know, with no funky dances or anything. You know. So I like that. The BMW C Evolution was similar too. You could change the traction, not the traction. You can change the regen and all that stuff settings, and I don't like that you can't do that on the Zero unless you have the app, you know. And I didn't get to mess around with the app. Sorry. I wish I could have. use the app and just jack the regen up, and I could compare it to this bike. You know, Mike's gold standard for a regen is this Victory Impulse in sport mode. I feel that it's just right. You know, it could stop me in most situations without having to touch the brake at all. The Zero has a coordinated regen with the brake. You know, like a Toyota Prius. You give it a little little brake, and then it slows down. You know. You give it a little brake and it slows down. That's how it works. So you just give it a little brake, and then yeah, you get the more regen. But I would like it like the Impulse. You just let off and it slows down. Or see, look how much it slows down. A lot. I hardly have to use the brakes on this bike. The brakes are so good on this bike, but I never use them. You know, the only time I use them is on the racetrack. You know, and yeah, so. How would I think that would do on a racetrack? Oh, dude, I think it would do awesome on a racetrack, dude. It's got so much rubber on it. It's got pretty good handling, you know. It's got pretty good suspension, and oh my God, it's just fall. You know, HadesOmega is just kind of cruising right now. I would just be ripping through the streets right now, or I'm trying to vlog at the same time. Yeah, I think that bike would be a fun track bike, really fun track bike. And like I said, it fits me better, so I feel, oh geez, put my face shield down. It fits me better, so like, it's just like, yeah man, it's really good. It fits me better than the Impulse. I've always felt the Impulse is too small a bike for me, you know. I like small bikes, but you know, I just cannot get used to the ergonomics on this bike, you know. Like I said, the more I ride this bike, the more I like it, but I still feel, yeah, it's too small for me, you know. It feels weird when I'm trying to take turns hard. But don't get me wrong, you know, the components are top class, you know. Like how would the components on the Impulse compete against the ones on the Zero? I think they're about on par. I think they use Showa. Yeah, the Showa stuff. This has a Sachs and oh, I forgot what the front one was, man. Come on, HadesOmega, you should know this stuff. Yeah, so I mean, there was some adjustment stuff on it too. You could tune the suspension, probably get it. But I felt like how I rode it, it was good. I felt it was a little bumpy. You could kind of feel all the bumps and stuff, but I think it was just right for a naked sport bike. I mean, what other bikes can compete with that bike? Z900, FZ09, probably. Yeah, those kind of bikes. Super Duke. Could it smoke those bikes? I don't know. I couldn't tell you, man. Oh yeah. So the Gixxis 1000F. For some reason, I was getting that same vibe when riding the Gixxis 1000. It feels very similar to that. The way the bike is shaped and everything, the ergonomics. It feels very similar to Gixxis 1000. And I'm not knocking on the Gixxis 1000. It was a great bike, except it had a snatchy throttle. So the SRF has a fantastic throttle. I'll tell you that now, man. I had no trouble operating it, with no herky-jerky at all. Smooth power transitions and stuff. Power when you want it, you know. It was very good throttle, man. I was impressed with the throttle. But that's what I come to expect from the Zero bikes, you know. Damn, I almost talked all the way home. I was so excited to ride that bike, man. It's been a while since I've ridden the electric super bike, you know. I always get so excited with them. Yeah, so yeah, I really like that bike. I think I would buy it. I would buy it if I didn't have this bike. So maybe for heaven forbid, you know, the Impulse takes a dump somehow. Because, you know, there's no warranty, nobody's going to work on it, you know. Zero is like pretty much worldwide right now, you know. They're doing okay, I guess. I can't say 100%, you know. But they've been around for a while, so if your Zero breaks down or whatever, or needs some kind of repairs, you got people that can work on it, you know. And there's an aftermarket for the Zero bikes also. That's another good thing. So what other bikes are there that HadesOmega wants to ride right now? It's coming out this year. Lightning Strike. I want to ride that bike. It's kind of like, I guess, an electric R6. I guess that's what I'm thinking. What else? There is another bike. I think I should ride an EVA SS. I might try to schedule a demo ride for that EVA SS. And what other bike might you wanna ride? So there's the Lightning, and that there was another bike. Oh, the Harley Davidson, the live wire. So the interesting thing about 2019 is we got a whole slew of new electric bikes coming out, new next generation electric bikes, and I just rode one of them. I rode the Zero SRF. That's their newest flagship model bike, and I liked it. I liked it a lot. Oh, EVA SS. Yeah. So the SRF is comparable to the EVA SS. I think. I haven't rode it. Yet, but I've looked at it. I've ridden the EVA, the regular EVA, the sporty looking one, and I can tell you it's very similar experience. It's big heavy bike. Yeah, I wonder how much the weight. I'll put a comparison below on the subtitle, how much the weight is between those two bikes. But I have a feeling it's probably a very similar experience riding those two bikes. The premium mode had all the bells and whistles, like cruise control and heated grips. Those are nice to have, but that's an extra $2,000, you could probably just add that stuff. I don't know about the cruise control, but I didn't really need cruise control. I think I could ride 100 miles. The good thing is, you got to get off the bike and take a rest, What else? But yeah, so there's the Lightning Strike bike, but that's a sport bike. That's the thing. That's like a pure sport bike, Lightning Strike. There's an SRF. You got your Naked, with the EVA SS, which came out. I think it came out more than a year ago, so it's still relatively new. And the craftsmanship on that bike is excellent. I've looked at that up close. I like it. It's more expensive than the SRF though. It's on par, but it's more expensive. I think. Don't quote me on that. What else? The Harley Davidson Livewire. So that's a fourth one. Big player right there. Harley Davidson Livewire. That's a cruiser. It's like a power cruiser type thing. So they're all very different bikes. So you got different, depending on what flavor you want. You got choices. You got Harley Davidson Livewire. You got the Lightning Strike sport bike. The Livewire was a cruiser, and then you got a Naked Sport, a Super Naked. I'm gonna call it a Super Naked because that's what it is, super bike. You got two Super Nakeds actually. You got the EVA SS, and yeah, and no, this bike is no longer out there. Yeah, exciting times for electric bikes. I like it, man. I like it. I don't know. I'm just thinking hey, once this bike is no more, what else is there? I'm still having a good time with this one though. There is one more bike. There's a Taiwanese bike, Kimco Super Next. That's one I'm really interested in too. I don't know where I would be able to ride that thing, but I think it hasn't reached production yet. But it's pretty. They're pretty far along ways with it. And HadesOmega had a Kimco Mongoose 90 quad, and the build quality, it was good, man. I was surprised how good it is. I like the Kimco stuff, man. Kimco is known for making scooters, so. They make a lot of the scooters in Taiwan, I think, or in Asia. But they are building a super bike, an electric super bike. It's called the Super Nex. It's similar to the Impulse in that it has a 6-speed transmission, but it has a quick shifter. That's one thing I wish the Impulse had, is a quick shifter. It does shift pretty quick, but it would be nice to not have to let off the throttle, especially for drag racing. Yeah. So the Super Next, I'm really excited for that one too. So what HadesOmega is gonna do is hey, we're all, there was another bike I wanted to get after this one. Maybe I could just sell this one. I don't know, but if I was looking for another electric bike, which I already bought one right there, it would be probably one of those. I rode the SRF. Would I buy that bike? Yeah, I would buy that bike. It's a great bike, but I would like to ride the other bikes first. But honestly, if I wanted to buy a bike to just live with every day, it would be a super naked. So SRF for the EVA. So that's what HadesOmega would buy. I'm not really. It would be nice to have a sport bike, but you know, it's a sport bike. You know, you don't want to ride it long distances and stuff. But I should say that I never owned a sport bike, so. But that's just what I'm saying. It's it's a track specific bike. Then there's a Livewire, but that's a $30,000 bike. I don't really want to put that kind of much coin on it, So one of the things I was worried about when I was riding that bike is, man, this is like a $20,000 bike. It's if I drop it, I gotta pay for it. So fortunately, nothing happened, But yeah, this is something that I think of in the back of my mind. It's this expensive bike, man. Yeah, dude. Better have good insurance with it. Exciting times within the electric motorcycle world. I'm looking forward to trying out these new bikes, and then maybe there's one that I really like. I'm not gonna lie, I really like the Energica bikes. So, all right. So that's HadesOmega's little after SRF ride rant. I hope that give you guys a little more info. It's a good day today. All right, check out.